Hello, my name is Lauren Bond, and I'm a graduate student at the University of Texas at Arlington, and I'm here to talk to you about A Sense of Urgency by Mr. John P. Cotter. Qualifications of Mr. Cotter. He is a well-renowned author with multiple New York Times bestsellers. He's widely regarded as the authority on leadership and change, and he has been so for decades. Mr. Cotter holds degrees from both MIT and Harvard, and he currently serves as professor emeritus at the Harvard Business School, where he served since the 90s. Mr. Cotter is also the founder of Cotter International. Mr. Cotter has multiple works and accolades, including his book Leading Change, The Heart of Change, Our Iceberg is Melting, and Corporate Culture and Performance. He also has contributed to many scholarly works. Mr. Cotter won the 2011 Bronze Axiom Business Book Award and also won the first place 2012 McKinsey Award for the best article in Harvard Business Review for Accelerate. The purpose of Mr. Cotter's A Sense of Urgency. Mr. Cotter wrote A Sense of Urgency to outline his first step in his 8-step framework for leading change. The 8-step framework was originally published in an article in 1994 and was directed towards business owners. This sparked an initiative to go into more detail about Mr. Cotter's theories. He also published Leading Change in the 90s, which was a book that talked about this 8-step framework that people were so fascinated by. A Sense of Urgency tackles the first step in this 8-step process. Mr. Cotter believes that whatever a person's energy is directed toward at any given moment is what the individual has deemed most urgent in that moment, consciously or subconsciously. Mr. Cotter discusses how we prioritize tasks and their urgency and our motivation for doing them in that specific order. Mr. Cotter defines a sense of urgency as the constant watching of the ever-changing landscape of our environments. Organizational urgency appeals to the emotions and not just the practical. Mr. Cotter has a specific target audience, and that is organizational leaders. Mr. Cotter wants to provide the tools for leaders to assist team members in developing a sense of urgency. Organizational leaders must pull in real-life experience to appeal to their workers to instill that sense of urgency to get real work done. Leaders of organizations experiencing complacency due to unexpected successes can benefit from this work. Mr. Cotter discusses that once an organization reaches a certain level of success, they start getting comfortable in their specific circumstances and therefore lose that sense of urgency to get their tasks accomplished and to take care of the people that they serve. Strengths of the book. Mr. Cotter's work is concise and straightforward. It's inspirational without being intimidating. Anybody can learn something from the book. The book explains things in an easily understandable way and provides anecdotes that help apply practical experience to the concept that Mr. Cotter is trying to explain, which is also what he wants to inspire his leaders to do. Shortcomings of the book. Mr. Cotter's work is not very insightful or deep. The downfall to this book being a quick and easy read is that it lacks depth. However, for organizational leaders that are wanting to learn something that is easily applicable to their environment, this is the book for you. Author's achievement of his objectives. Mr. Cotter successfully gets his point across. Cotter provides practical solutions for organizations experiencing complacency and inspires the reader to move forward without using intimidating tactics. This further proves the point of his book. Anxiety and anger drive behavior that can be truly energetic, which is why people mistake false urgency for true urgency. Mr. Cotter wants to emphasize that creating a crisis mode or a crisis sense of urgency is not the correct way of doing things. I recommend this book to any leader in whatever career. Any individual in a place of leadership can gain knowledge from this book. This book is especially useful in the healthcare setting. There is nowhere more important to have a sense of urgency than in the healthcare setting where people's lives are on the line. Suggestion for further action. Just reiterating what Mr. Cotter says, prioritizing tasks according to importance is crucial, especially in the healthcare environment. It is important to try not to get stuck in a complacency mindset with success in an organization, but also not to exist in panic mode or crisis mode in an organization. Thank you so much.